The humiliation of the wave. Imagine a moment of peak tension. You're in the kitchen with a partner or at a high-stakes board meeting. You are right, and you know it. You feel a white-hot fire in your chest, ready to defend a boundary or call out an injustice. But then, your vision blurs. That dreaded, suffocating lump forms in your throat. Against your absolute will, your voice cracks and tears spill over. You aren't sad. You are furious. You are deeply invested. But your biology has hijacked the conversation. You see the other person's face change from defensiveness to pity, or worse, dismissal. They say, "Why are you crying?" It's not that big of a deal. Or, "You're being too sensitive." In that second, the heat 10 times worse. You feel humiliated, like a child having a tantrum. You walk away feeling like you lost the conflict, not because your logic was flawed, but because your body betrayed you. If you have spent your life apologizing for these tears, I am offering a reframe. You aren't fragile. Science suggests you have an excess of caring. Today, we dismantle the angry crying shame and install a new operating system, the logic seesaw. To fix the leak, we must look at your hardware. You aren't dramatic. You are what psychologists call a highly sensitive person, HSP, or a super sensor. Think of the human brain like a camera. Most people, the dandelions, record life in 720p. It's efficient and detached, but your brain records in 8K resolution. You possess low latent inhibition, meaning you process the texture of the chair, the hum of the fridge, and the micro tensions in a voice simultaneously. Through deep semantic encoding, you don't just hear words, you connect them to every past trauma and future consequence. You are running at 150% capacity. Think of a marathon runner. When they sprint, their internal temperature spikes. To prevent systemic shutdown, the body sweats to cool the skin. We don't call a sweating runner weak. We recognize they are working hard. Angry crying is just emotional sweating. When your nervous system sprints in conflict, your brain triggers a cooling mechanism, activating the parasympathetic system and releasing acetylcholine to slow your heart. The side effect is tears. Tell yourself, "I am not breaking down. I am cooling the engine so I can keep going." Why must this cooling be so visible? Evolutionary biology explains this through your ancient overprotective bodyguard. This part of your brain treats a heated text message like a saber-toothed tiger attack. When conflict peaks, your bodyguard panics. It thinks, "This aggression is too high, we might get hurt." It forces you to cry because human tears contain an odorless pheromone. Research shows that when an opponent perceives these tears, their testosterone levels drop and their aggression centers power down. Your tears are a chemical blanket designed to force the other person to lower their guard. Your body isn't betting against you. It's trying to de-escalate a fight it fears you'll lose. Thank your bodyguard. Thank you for the shield, but I am safe now. Your brain has a limited blood supply shared between two competing systems, the limbic system, the emotional center, and the prefrontal cortex, the seat of logic and strategy. They operate on a logic seesaw. When emotional heat rises, blood floods the limbic system, the emotional side goes up, and the logic side physically goes offline. This is why you feel scattered and wordless. You aren't losing your mind, you are losing your blood flow. To manage angry tears, you don't fight the emotion. You manually force the blood back to the logic side. To balance the seesaw, use these neurological overrides. Tool number 1, the lookup hack. Physically tilt your chin and look at the ceiling. Looking down signals introspection and feeling. Looking up signals visual alertness, mechanically preventing tears from spilling and telling your brain to stay observant. Tool number 2, the math hack. This is the ultimate override. Doing complex math, like 100 minus 7, then 93 minus 7, forces the prefrontal cortex to seize the blood supply back from the limbic system. It is neurologically impossible to sob while performing multi-step subtraction. Tool number 3, sensory grounding. Use the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. Identify 5 things you see, 4 you can touch, 3 you hear, 2 you smell, and 1 you taste. This pulls you out of the 8K internal storm and anchors you in reality. Tool number 4, the strategic pause. If your voice is cracking, say, "I'm grabbing water, I'll be right back." Swallowing physically forces the glottis muscle in your throat to relax, resetting the cracked voice spasm and allowing adrenaline to dip. If tears fall, do not apologize. Apologizing signals submission and frames your biology as a flaw. Instead, use label and pivot. Option A, these are tears of frustration, not sadness. Ignore them. Option B, I care deeply about this, so I'm having a physiological reaction. I am still listening. This is the power of the period. You state your boundary without the need to JA. Justify, argue, defend, or explain. There is immense dignity in speaking through the tears. The world doesn't need you to be a dandelion, numb and detached. We need you to be a vanguard of awareness. You are not broken. You are a high-resolution human being. To help you, I've created the Defense Protocol PDF, a free guide with scripting templates based on implementation intentions. It helps you pre-program your brain. If I feel X, I will do Y. Download it via the link below. Subscribe to Unordinary Mind to continue decoding your humanity. Watch our deep dive on the orchid brain next. Stay unapologetically alive. I'll see you in the next